Hi everyone, and welcome to my next video tutorial, which is going to be focused on integrating MongoDB within our Django applications. Now, recently, a lot of support has been added to MongoDB to ensure that it is more compatible with Django in a more seamless approach. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, what we're going to want to do is follow step by step the guides in terms of setting up MongoDB with Django. All right, now the first thing that we're going to want to do before we get started is we need to just create a project sort of structure. So essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to use this starter project that MongoDB provides for us for Django. Now, the reason why we need to use this particular project is because it has MongoDB migrations. Okay, so it is catered and tailored, should I say, to Django. So we can't just simply apply this to any given Django project as is. We're going to have to build up from this sample project with MongoDB if you want to utilize MongoDB. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do is just create a folder on my desktop. So I'll just call this dev, for example. Then I'm going to open up my CMD. Okay, and if this is a bit tedious for you, you can of course skip it a little bit ahead in this video tutorial to the relevant section. So I'm going to say cd desktop/dev. So now I'm in my dev directory. Then what I want to do is create a virtual environment. So you need to make sure that you have the virtual env library installed first of all. So I'm going to say pip install, and we're going to want to say virtual env. So you want to make sure that you've installed that particular library for creating virtual environments. Okay, so let's just install that. Okay, so we're good to go. Next, we can create this virtual environment in this dev folder. So I'm going to say virtual env, venv. Okay. So we just want to create that. And then of course we can install Django and then the Django MongoDB backend that we need. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. All right, so let's just give this a moment to install. All right, so we can see our virtual environment has been installed. So we can just go ahead and say venv /scripts /activate. There we go. Now we can install Django. So I'm going to say pip install Django. Okay, and that's also going to install the sub packages that come along with Django as well. So let's just be patient while that also installs. All right, so we can now see that Django has been installed. Perfect. Let's continue. All right, now the next thing that we're going to want to go ahead and do is we're going to want to install the Django MongoDB backend. So let me just zoom in a tad bit. And to do so, we can just navigate here and install Django MongoDB backend. And we can go ahead and install that library. Okay, so it has a lot of packages associated with it. So let's just go ahead and install that. So it also has PyMongo also with it, DNS, Python and such also bound to it. Okay, so let's just give that a moment to also install. And then we can move on to the next stages. All right, perfect. So that is fine. All right, so we've installed the Django MongoDB backend, and now we want to start our project. So we're going to create a new project, and of course it's going to be called example. And it's going to use the custom template that's provided by MongoDB. So we're going to want to ensure that we reference it accordingly. Now, if you want to check the Django version that you are utilizing, of course, you can go ahead and run the designated command. And after doing so, you would need to look at the version that you're using and adjust the end that is specified right here with the version that you are using so that you can utilize this project right here. Okay, so I know I'm using Django 5.1, so this is going to be appropriate at the time. And this is what we need to do. We need to ensure that we go ahead and set this up accordingly. All right, so let's go ahead and do just that. All right, so what we can do is just copy this line of code here, navigate to our folder here and paste the following in, and we can press enter. Okay, there we go. And now if we say cd, we can cd into example, that is our Django project, and clear that up. So now we are within that project accordingly. Now let's visualize this now in Visual Studio Code. So we can go ahead and search for that. So Visual Studio Code. And here we are. Now, if it's not open automatically for you, you can click on the following icon, go to File, go to Open Folder, go to Desktop, click on Dev, and here we are within that. Okay, so now you can see that we have our dev directory, we have our virtual environment within it, and this is the example project that comes with the default Mongo migrations, which is going to adjust, for example, the auth app with the database files, the admin app, and of course content types and such. So it's a bit of an adjustment, should I say, depending on the Django requirements and such. All right, so we've got that in place now. Now we want to go on ahead and connect to our database. Now, the following line of code should already be in your settings.py file, but we can go ahead and check that. So we can navigate to settings. And let's just zoom out a tad bit. And we can scroll down. And you can see here that the default database schema here is as follows. So Django MongoDB backend is going to parse a specific URL. And here we have an example in place here. Now, this is not actually going to work properly. We need to have our own MongoDB database instance, you could say. Now, we can utilize one with Railway for a limited time, so for free for a while. So we're going to utilize that as an example for our database URL. Okay, so what we can do is navigate then to Railway. So you can navigate to railway.com. So I'm just going to refresh the page here. And you want to make sure that you head on over to the website here. Okay, we just want to make sure it loads up. Okay, and let's go ahead and set everything up for our project here on Railway. Right, so we can say login. And then we want to say continue with GitHub. Okay, and if you are logged into your GitHub account, okay, it's going to prompt you to give the designated permissions. So you can say authorize Railway app. It's going to redirect you. Okay, and that will take you to the following dashboard here. So you're going to want to accept the terms and agree to the fair use policy. And there we go. Okay, so we are going to be issued with a trial. And what we can do is search for a Mongo database, so MongoDB. So I'm just going to say Mongo, and here it says deploy MongoDB. You can click that, and it's instantly going to spin up a MongoDB database instance for us. So all we need to do is be a bit patient as this gets created. And after it has been, then what we can do is we can go ahead and connect it according to the URL. And just here where we have parse URI, we can just set that particular backend. And then of course, we'll also assign a database name that we will add in ourselves so that we can connect to this particular database. All right, so here we have it. So here's MongoDB. So we can see the required variables are on. The deployment is still being carried out. So this database is still being created. The connection is also being created. Now you do have a limited trial here, so do keep in mind it's not going to be forever, but you do at least have a start to get everything in place. Right, so we can see everything is in place and ready to go. We can click on deployments. Okay, we can see that the deployment was a success. Great. Okay, under data. Okay, we can see we're using a test database. Of course, if we go to variables, which we need to go to, we can see all of the details. All right, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to utilize the MongoDB URL. So in this case, we're going to use the Mongo public URL. And what you can do is copy that value. And that's going to include, for example, the MongoDB password, the port, the user, the host, etc., all in an order given for you. Then we can navigate to our settings.py file of our project, and here where we're parsing the URL, you just want to go ahead and replace that with your MongoDB instance, just like that. Now, the last thing that you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to add in a custom database name for this to work in Django. Now, as per the documentation here, we are connected only if we add in a database name here after the URL. So you can see here, for example, we have example.mongodb.net and then /database name. So that's what we're going to want to do. So here at the end, what you want to do is, let me zoom in here, at the end of this URL, you want to add in a / and then add in database name, for example. So I'm going to call this Mongo_DB1. So Mongo database 1. So we need a database to work with. Now, if this was correct and there weren't any errors or anything of the like, we can navigate to our command prompts. And here within our project directory, we can just run python manage.py run server. And if it's a success, you'll see the unapplied migrations message, which you'll typically see when you're connecting to production database like Postgres or MySQL or anything of the like. But here we can see we have 4 unapplied migrations. So this is the indication, if you got to this point, that you have successfully connected your Mongo DB database to Django. Now, all you want to do is make your migration. So we can just close this up and say python manage.py migrate. That's going to make the migrations. And then as a simple test to see if this process actually works, what we're going to do is create a super user to see proof of concept. So it's just going to make those initial migrations for us with the MongoDB migrations that come out of the box. Okay, so let's just ensure these migrations have been set up. Okay, so there we are. Great, so now we can create a super user. So let's say python manage.py create super user. Okay, and I'll say Arno-admin, skip the email, enter in a password, and again, okay, let's run our server. There we go. All right, great. All right, so now we can go to our local host here, and we can just put in /admin. And now what we can do is just enter in our super user credentials and see if that super user is indeed created. All right, so now what we can do is log in. Okay, let's give it a moment. And there we are. So now we can go to our user model, and we should now see that we have created a user, and we can see there we have Arno-admin. All right, so there you have it. That is how you can easily set up a MongoDB database and set it up in Django itself in the simplest way possible. Now, there is a bit of an adjustment, of course. I know it can be a bit tedious to have to utilize a starter template, but this is a really good sign that we're getting better and better in terms of adding in support for Mongo with Django. Right, guys, so that is it. If you want to know how to delete your Mongo DB database, what you can do is go to the following page, and we can go to our settings, and you can go ahead and scroll down and say delete service, and that's going to delete this MongoDB instance for you. All right, so that's it, guys. That's it for this video tutorial. That's how you can go on ahead and connect and integrate MongoDB within your Django applications.